we do. Big shout out to all our coaches, which is Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Brazil, Ecuador, you name it. Latino Mundial all over the world. Don't forget, people, you're tuning in to Facebook Live, tune in to foxtrackradio.com. Also, you want to call it in, which is 770-703-5494. Want to give you a shout out, want to say what's up, whatever it is, call in. Don't hesitate to call in. If you Latino, you want to say it in Spanish, call it in. No matter what it is, no matter what's your race. And not only that, on top of this, you know, cannot forget me. Less like 20-something days to election. Let's make that vote count. Don't forget, people. Let's make that vote count. Let's put the right president in office. Alright, so let's make this vote count. We got a certain amount of days, less than 20 days to count your vote. Let's hear our voices and let's put the right president in office. Also, don't forget, those that I've been sending for the past 2 weeks. We're looking for Latinas, we're looking for dancers, we're looking for people that to do a video commercial for Latino Heat International people. We're looking for some good dancers to shake that booty, their hips, whatever the case is. We're looking for that. You want to, you know, be a part of that, call it in, hit me up. Whatever you can reach me. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me if you want my phone number. You could also, you know, request it, inbox me, whatever the case is. Or just call in the station, which is 770-703-5494. Let's make this happen. I already got the actual music theme for the video. We got 3 people that worked on it. That really worked on it, which is Lord Sin, Baby John, and Mr. Flamboyant. And by the way, Mr. Flamboyant will be performing today. I'll be seeing him right after the show. He will be downtown in Atlanta. And you're going to see some video footage as well where he performs. I'll be out there supporting him. So he'll be out there and I'll get you the information. But, you know, the tickets have to be purchased in advance already. So those that know Mr. Flatboy, I had him in my 3rd show. If you see my recaps on YouTube, you see a lot of my recaps from day 1 since August 13, even promo videos I have out there. So all the videos that I have out there on YouTube, check me out, which is BE space the number 4 OUR. Do the search or put Latino Heat International on the search, and you see all the video recaps from day 1. Alright, we'll be right back. We're going to commercial with Latino Heat International with El Pacheco. We got more news coming up. Be right back. Be back with Latino Heat International with El Pacheco, and we're gonna go into sports with my boy Will Hill.
Yeah, your boy Will here in the building.
That's what's up. Talk about the sports. I know we both lost.
Yeah, but they cheated us.
Oh, they
should have called that pass interference at the end of the game, and we supposed to win. But I'm not mad that we lost because we still showing potential, and our division is weak, just like y'all division.
Yeah, that happened like what, like 2 years ago when your division just sneaked in.
Yeah, it's all right though. But we doing our thing though. Y'all gotta worry about them boys over there though. That 5-1 of y'all division. What's up with your boy? With your quarterback now? What's up with your rookie?
I don't know, man. It just doesn't look right, but it's okay. And you know who we see tomorrow, right?
Who y'all playing? Oh, y'all playing. Let me know who you playing.
Who's still undefeated?
I don't know.
There's only one team undefeated.
Okay. Y'all playing Minnesota. But I told you y'all was gonna lose that Redskin game. I told you I was gonna lose that game.
Yeah, because they got Deshaun Jackson.
Man, it's because, like I tell people, the Redskins win games when they're not on primetime TV like Monday night and Sunday night. See, y'all wasn't on main TV, so Redskins came out and did their thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
y'all need to play them on a Sunday night or something.
wait a minute. We played on Sunday. Oh, because it was a morning game, afternoon game.
Yeah. See, Kirk Cousins can do that in the morning game. If y'all was on prime TV and everybody watching, oh, y'all would have won that. I would have gave y'all hands down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then the boys over there.
I ain't hating on the Romo gone, so I'm cool with it.
So you jump in the bandwagon?
Nah, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. Just I got less haterade in my body now because Romo gone. But when he come back, because everybody keeps saying when he healthy, they gonna put him back in. So when they put him in, I'm gonna cheer for Romo then because I know they gonna do nothing but just lose because he don't do be hurt.
Yeah, well, if you put him back in, they're gonna go after him anyway.
Oh yeah, they gonna crack that back one more time.
One more time,
like the Nutcracker.
And hopefully he be what? I guess when he played Philadelphia, he's gonna be what, around Thanksgiving?
Yeah. I better hope he there.
He's there. We're gonna take him out again.
Well, Pacheco, you know that basketball season coming up, man. You watch a little ball. You watch a little basketball.
Yeah.
Who your squad?
Well,
besides Philly, I mean.
Nah, I'm not.
You not a Sixers fan?
Nah.
Not even when AI was there?
Nah, not even when AI was there.
Oh, what's your team then, man?
The Lakers.
Okay, I can't hate on that. They got a bright future coming because Kobe finally left.
Yeah, finally did 20 years.
Yes, finally goodbye Kobe.
That's it. With one team. That's a key. One team.
Hey, I don't care if you were 1 team, 2, 3 teams. If you do your thing individually,
that being loyal to your team instead of jumping from one team to another. That proves the point that.
I say a little bit because at the same time, these dudes out here could be working out in the gym or anything, and next thing you know, they'll get a call saying you've been traded and didn't even know about it.
Let me get a call right now. All right. So me talking about the NBA. Let's not forget the NBA is like the NFL. You don't know what to expect.
Well, you know, Golden State got like every superstar on their team, so they're like a video game team over there.
Yeah, but look at New York too. That's a new change. If they could keep Rose healthy. I
say I like that because I'm a New York fan, and Carmelo, that's my boy. I've been a Carmelo fan since I heard about him. But I hope Rose do good. I do hope he do good. But I'm a Brandon Jennings fan. I'm glad they picked him up. That's my dude.
They picked him up?
Yeah, that's my boy. He working off an injury too. But D Rose, man, I want to give you a shout out, man. Hope you're doing all right. You know, you keep getting caught up in these cases over here with these ladies trying to say that you did something to them.
Always. Not only that, it's just if he can stay healthy. He's a good, point guard, right?
He was.
Well, if he stays healthy, because they always keep on bringing his new uniform.
I'm trying to tell you, you better start drinking water, eating celery, goddamn.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, the NBA is like the NFL of this year. You don't know what to expect. That's one.
Well, Eric, do you think it's gonna be the same finals again, Cleveland and Golden State? I think Golden State definitely gonna go back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know about Cleveland. I think Cleveland gonna have to fight. Because them teams over there got good now.
Now, pick your final four in the Eastern Conference.
For my top four?
Top four.
Top four? Okay. Cleveland.
Okay.
Indiana. Boston. Yeah, you looking at me like Indiana. I tell you Indiana in a minute. Boston. And I think Toronto will still rock up in their top four. Why you looking at me like that when I said Indiana, man?
Because I know that they made a playoff run.
But the pickups they made this summer.
Oh, who they picked up?
They picked up Thaddeus Young.
Okay.
They picked up Jeff Teague.
Oh, that's okay.
He went back home. You know what I'm saying? They still got Monte. Still got Stuckey. They got the young center they drafted. They got Al Jefferson. They got a deep squad over there. They just got to be healthy at the right time.
Exactly. And they made that playoff run last year.
Yeah, what Paul George coming back after that gruesome injury. So that's why I think that he can pull up to top four after pulling them to 6 with the team they had last year. Who your top four? Lakers.
Well, I said you just gave me your four in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, what you want, West now?
Yeah, give me your West.
West, Golden State, of course. I'm gonna say San Antonio's still gonna be in that top four.
That's one of my picks.
I still think they're gonna be up there.
Well, remember they don't got no Tim Duncan now.
They don't. That's why I don't think they're gonna give you a championship contender. But I see them still in the top four because a lot of the teams on the West are young and they growing. They still pretty straight, and they got one of the best coaches out there since Phil. I think the Clippers still could clip top 4.
If they don't trade Blake Griffin, because they keep on saying they're gonna trade him.
Yeah, and I know, you know what, I know you ain't gonna agree with me on this one, but I'm just a fan of that man, James Harden. I think the Rockets can pull up the top 4. Between them and Portland, but I like the Rockets.
Well, I think the Rockets can make it. Now they don't have Dwight.
But the only reason I don't think they're gonna make the championship because they got their coach, Mike D'Antoni. The coach that coached Steve Nash back in the day. Mr. Offense, no defense.
Mr. Also ex-Nick coach.
Yes. So you ain't get to. They're gonna be good, but I don't see championship good with no defense.
That's true. Well, let me give you my 4.
Well, give me that 4 when we get ready to come back.
All right, yeah, me gonna go into commercial, my people. Mi gente, don't forget. Latino Heat International with El Pacheco. We'll be back with the sports with Will Hill and El Pacheco. We'll be right back. Woo-woo! We back with El Pacheco and Latino Heat International, and of course with Will Hill. We continue on with the sports edition. We were talking about the NBA, and we were talking about more or less our top 5, which you already give your 5 out of the Eastern Conference and your Western Conference.
So now it's your turn. Who's your top 4?
Oh, it was top 4. No, let's get that. Top 4.
Who's your top 4 on the East side?
Well, I'm gonna go with New York because they got a new squad.
I ain't hating on that, did
Chicago.
Okay.
They got also, a new look over there.
I forgot they do. They sure do. Okay.
And what's his name? What's his name that just went over there from Miami? Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Wade, yeah, Wade. They got
Wade
Wade and Rondo over there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They're gonna make some noise over there. That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be a new look. Chicago. Wade and Rondo. Oh Lord. Now it'd be different. They would have kept Gasol, but since Gasol went to the,
they need to let him go. They got Lopez. They straight, and they still got them. They got the young power forwards and everything. They good.
All right.
They good. The dude they drafted too. They good.
But as far Gasol is a power forward / center.
Yeah, but
still active, which is good.
But last year you can see the age kicking in because he kind of declining, and you need to get rid of that money. You don't need to keep that money.
Well, let's see what he can do in San Antonio. San Antonio is one of my teams in the West, but to me, on the Eastern Conference, I said Chicago, New York. I can't say. I said Toronto.
You don't think Cleveland gonna be in the top 4? You gotta put.
I put Cleveland out there, but I don't know if they're gonna still bring that same energy they had.
But they're gonna be in the top 4 regardless.
Now, they got anybody new, or they still got the same squad?
They got a couple of new young cats, but they're gonna be in the top 4 definitely. They got LeBron and Kyrie, so
all right,
they're gonna be in the top 4.
Okay.
What's your West side 4?
I already said San Antonio is 1.
Yeah.
Lakers, I put them in the bottom 4. I put them in the bottom 4.
I'll give you that.
They're young, and I know it's like, all right, they're rebuilding now that
they're not gonna make the playoffs, but I feel you.
I put them out there. I was thinking Sacramento, but they try to trade away Cousins.
They still not gonna be good. Naming them sorry teams.
Yeah, well, another one, possibility Portland.
I can give you Portland top 4. San Antonio, Portland. Who else you got? Golden State.
I had to put Golden State out there. That was like everybody's predicting they're gonna be up there.
They Superman over there. They video game team.
Well, I don't know about OKC, but
they got an okay squad. You just got to see what Mr. Westbrook gonna do.
Now you broke it down. Okay squad and C.
Okay.
you broke it down.
Okay. See, we gonna see what Westbrook is doing. Yeah,
that's what's up. And those that tuning in, don't forget, tune in to Foxtrot Radio. Of course, we always have this sports session. Pacheco, Will Hill. We always get it popping, man. It gets better every week. We're gonna come back with Latino Heat International. We're gonna go to commercial, and we're gonna come back with my guest, Tammy. All right, so don't forget, tune in, FoxtrotRadio.com. Ooh, 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 ooh! El Pacheco back with Latino Heat International on Foxtrot Radio. You know how we do, bringing the heat as always. You know how we do. Little shout out to Mr. Flamboyant, which I'll be seeing him. He's gonna be at the venue. Those that checking in, Mr. Flamboyant will be today performing live at the base venue, Midtown, at after 7 o'clock for all ages. So those that are checking it out, Mr. Flamboyant will be performing live. I'll be checking him out and supporting him. And we got some special guests here. We got Tammy Arnold to my left.
Hi.
And we got Vash. Let me see I'm pronouncing it right. Vache?
Vache.
Vache. All right. We got two special guests here. We're going to talk about credit. I know how important it is, fixing our credit and all that. But we're going to talk about credit for those viewers out there, my supporters and all that. And it's very important to be checking your credit. But we're going to talk about how we go about doing that. And we're going to start with Tammy Arnold. Introduce yourself and tell us more or less what you do.
Okay, my name is Tammy Arnold, born and raised right here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Been married 33 years. We have 4 children, 8 grandkids. And I am in the business of educating our people about the importance of having excellent credit.
Okay. And Vache?
I'm Ms. Vache J. I am also in the business of educating people about finances and credit. I am actually originally from Miami, Florida.
Okay.
I'm a nuclear engineer, a tax professional, and of course a financial expert also. I will not tell you that I'm over 25 right today. All right.
Oh, okay. For our viewers, see, it's good to start young, but do it financially and know how to fix our credit, and it's very important in our lives how to fix our credit. Also, be checking the 3 business credit bureaus, which they give different FICO scores. That's what it's called for those that tuning in. FICO scores, but they give different criteria. Can you give us a breakdown when they look into our credit, for the business bureaus, why they give us different FICO scores? And I know it's just, and not only that, I know one of them is TransUnion, correct? The other one is Equifax,
Yes.
and I forgot the third one.
Experience.
Experian.
Yes.
For those that tuning in, those are 3 credit business bureaus that they look into your credit. Give us more or less the breakdown when it comes down to looking into our credit.
Well, when you look into your credit, first, let's, from the beginning, they're not credit bureaus, they're actually credit agencies.
Okay,
Okay. They're individually owned, but what happened is all creditors does not report to all 3 credit agencies. So
Okay.
therefore, your credit score will not be the same on all 3 credit report, because one creditor may report only to TransUnion and Equifax, but your second credit might actually report to all 3 credit agencies.
And I noticed when I be checking, the numbers are not the same. They're like different.
They're different.
And then it depending the credit that's looking into your credit looks at one that's lower and the other one could be higher. Even though when I get alerts and I get like emails, check my credit, it's like, all right, why is it this is higher, or the credit might look at the lower one when I know I say, hey, look, mine is like the 6 something higher, and then oh no, but it's in the low 620s, whatever.
What you gotta understand as well too is that when the credit agency, or not the credit agency, but actually your credit card company or who your creditor are, they are reporting on a cycle date. So each credit that you have might not be actually reporting on the same day.
Because they got the what they call it, the cycle date. I know it's like a certain amount. I guess when they report it, they said they have a certain amount of time to report it, right? Is that correct?
Right, yes. And every creditor does not report on the same day. So that's why you need to know as a consumer, what is your, the creditor that you have. You need to find out first. I like to tell everybody to find out what day do they actually report on your behalf to the credit agency, and therefore you know that you need to have your payment in before the actual date.
Here's one question I have, because I'm going through it, and it's just awkward that I'm having the same issue, because this past week I'm trying to get a car.
Okay.
And then on top of that, let's go to commercial, and we won't bring it back, because it's very broad what I want to ask.
Okay.
And maybe you have the answers for me.
Okay.
But we come back with Latino here International with El Pacheco, with Tammy and Vache. We're going to have more info about the credit. We'll be right back. Latino Heat International with El Pacheco and Tammy and Vache. Be back. We were talking and we left off about how our credit and how important with our FICO scores and the credit, the 3 credit agencies, not bureaus, agencies, how they report it and how creditors deal with certain amount of creditors and how could it affect your life, which it does affect our lives when they're being too picky and who you talk to and who you're working with. But we was on the topic, I mean, on break, we were talking about, let me tell my story, so like that, you know, we could pick up where we left off at.
Okay.
Going to Delta, they were like very picky about, what was it, the credit ratio?
Yes, your debt to income ratio.
Debt to income ratio. Even though I know my FICO score, even though they'll say, you know, and not only that, looking at my base income, they would talk, you know, they say, oh, you know, I put a certain amount, because I won't consider it my overtime to be part of my, it will happen if I don't have my overtime for next year.
Exactly.
So I'm going by base what I gave my base salary for, you know, what I make through the year. I'm not gonna base what I make overtime. It don't make no sense. Then next year it's not gonna kick in.
Exactly.
So I tell them straight up forward, oh yeah, but I said, no, I'm not gonna go by that. I don't give you my base. You looking at my pay stub and saying how much I'm making, but I'm not gonna go what happened next year or the following year, and then you look at like, wait a minute, it doesn't add up. So with that being said, like, you know, with the FICO score and all that, I mean, if you pay off a certain amount, suppose you paid 3 credit cards, paid off, right, and say 2 loans or 3 loans, I know it's not gonna happen overnight that your FICO, you know, now if you come with, say, from they tell me a statement saying, oh, this is paid off, and you take it to whatever bank you're dealing with, either, you know, and they say, look, this is what I have. Saying, I know we have to wait like 30 days that the report say?
No, that's not always true. It depends on what you're doing. A lot of times people go through the process and repair their credit. They have everything in place. It happens a lot with the loan officers for mortgages. If you show them proof that you've paid off those debts, even if it's not showing on your credit report yet, they still consider it.
Oh, they will take that to consideration. It all depends, because I feel like credit union is very picky and like they don't want to deal with you. And I had that feel, and I say, oh well, if you don't want my business, and I know another, you know, company will pick me up, and then
and that's the thing, because your credit score is kind of like a vital sign these days.
Yes.
Like when people look at your credit score, they look at it the same way that they look at your blood pressure. Like
yeah,
it's going to show whether you're living or dying.
Exactly.
And that's why we spread financial education to teach people how to get themselves in order and stay in order. And that way, when you want to walk in that dealership and get the car that you want, you don't have to negotiate with them. You literally walk in and you say, this is what I want, this is how much I'm going to pay. And they say, oh, okay, here are your keys. Like that's how it works once you get it in order. As long as you're still in that process of getting it together, you work a lot harder, you pay a lot more money than those of us that have already gotten there.
all right. For those that tuning in, checking this out and listening, you know, how finances and how important our, you know, our credit, our FICO score. If you got questions concerning by credit, and this is the way to go, call us in at 770-703-5494. This is important in our lives that, you know, if you're not late with your credit card payments, even utilities, am I right with that?
Even your utilities.
Utilities, people, the mortgage, whatever you're paying, never be late, because this affects your lives. Be one time late, but still, it's very important that you know, you work on your credit, work on your FICO score, always on time. You know, even if you pay the minimum payment, it shows good record on your credit, you know, report that you're making those payments. So people, y'all tuning in and you got questions to ask these ladies, they got the answers as much, you know, and I'm actually though, because I'm going through it right now. It's like, all right, and I'm trying to get a car, and I have to get rid of my 11-year-old car, people. I got it. A car that had never been this long, 11 years. It came from New York to Philadelphia to Atlanta. I did the whole East Coast, and it's still driving. All right, 11 years old. She says not my wood, you know, but still, you know, the impression, knock on wood, but it had treated me well and had it in the shop for the past 3 days, and it just came out the shop, and it's time to get rid of it. So
now here's the thing. You did mention that people need to pay their bills on time. Got it. right?
Yeah.
Of course, the credit bureaus record it if you're 30, 60, 90 days late on those bills.
Okay.
But everyone makes a mistake sometimes, right?
Mhm.
Like, none of us are perfect.
Exactly.
We all mess up
Exactly.
at some point,
Mhm.
right? So if you have paid those bills late, say you have a collections, you have late payments, those type of things, like, it's not over for you.
Right.
It's not over. You can always go back and you leverage your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act and actually dispute those late payments. 9 times out of 10, they can't prove it.
They
So
can't
guess
prove
what?
it.
It never happened.
You listen to people? This is what I'm talking about. You need to fix your credit and call it in. Ask those questions that I don't even know, because I ask them those questions and I need to know, what's the right steps, what's the right thing to do. If you late once time or 2 times, whatever the case is, it's very important, our credit. This is something like, it's like going to a doctor checking your blood pressure, like she said. But it's very important to fix your credit, all right? We're about to go to commercial. We're going to come back. We got more questions. I got more questions. And believe me, people, and you all want to call it in, 770-703-5494. Latino Heat International with El Pacheco, bringing the heat. Ooh, ooh. You know how we do.
Again, the heat.
We back with El Pacheco, Latino Heat International on Fox Track Radio with Tammy and Bashe. And during the break, we were talking, she had a great story, and you know what? I'll let you have the floor. It's all on you.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Tell your story.
yeah, it was a good story, and I don't need to hear it again because it's more. It was more based when I went to. Well, it was yesterday, Friday, to credit union. I don't want to even say the people's name, but
Yeah, don't say it.
yeah, not worth it. They're not paying for advertising anyway. They don't deserve it. Go ahead.
So what we were discussing is the difference between walking in to get financing when your credit is awesome and walking in to get financing when your credit's not that awesome. I turned 31 this year and I decided that what I wanted to give myself for my birthday was a Mercedes. So I went to the first dealership, I will not name names, and I attempted to buy a car. Of course, they weren't very friendly because I'm a baby and a minority and a female. Kind of have a few things going against me there. So because they weren't very helpful, I left there and I went to another dealership, right? Of course, that's what most of us would do. So I get to the second dealership and they asked me, well, what are you looking to buy today? And I said, well, I'm a realistic person. You should look up my information first and we can go from there, right? So they looked up my credit. When they ran the credit, they pretty much said, hey, you can have anything that you want in this dealership. And the dealership that I went to here in Atlanta is actually a car garage, and each level is a different model of Mercedes. So I think it was the 3rd floor was C-classes and CLAs. So we go in the elevator, we get into the garage, and he says, well, pick which one you want. So we walk up and down the aisle, and I saw one that had orange wheels. And I was just convinced at that moment that I wanted this car with orange wheels. Like, it's so cool. It has suede seats with the orange racing stripe down it. Has a panoramic roof. It was literally everything that you could have in a
Fully
car.
loaded.
Fully loaded, orange edition, everything. Like,
Oh man.
so many guys stop me every single day because they want to talk about this car. Like, this car is sickening. So we go.
I'm waiting for weeks for me to come.
Oh, it's outside.
It's coming.
It's outside.
It's
It's
coming.
shining. I keep it clean.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nice.
I have to take a look at it.
So we go to do the paperwork, and everyone knows the paperwork when you buy a car is a little tedious. But before we could get the paperwork done, they made me prove who I was. Like, having great credit, being young, a female, and a minority is like, you kind of look like a fraud.
They already profiling you for
Yes.
something.
Yes, I
Like,
was-
either that person that profile you must be like, man, my credit is bad. She
Exactly.
Why they hating? Damn, man.
So, of course, most people would say, oh, well, you should have left there. They were profiling you. But my ego is life. Like, at that moment, I was like, I'm going to stay here, and, oh, you want to see my social security card? Here you go. Here's my license. Here's everything. And I proved who I was, and at that moment, they had no choice but to give me my keys. So I took my keys, I go outside, I take the car magnets off them. And
Don't be
I
ashamed
stuck
of
them
it.
on the side of my Mercedes, and I sped off. Because at that moment, I knew not only did I prove myself, but I taught them a lesson that you can still be young, a minority, a female, and you can still have great credit.
None of that. It's up to you people. Fix your credit. It's all on you.
Exactly.
And Tammy, I mean, I know Tammy got, hey. It is funny because I went through this yesterday and I said, I'm going to talk about this today because I know my credit's good, but man, they're being too picky. And like you said, some banks will deal with some agencies and I know like, it just, no difference. Why they do that? I mean, is that the case all the time? That whoever you go to, like whatever bank you deal with or creditor that deal with certain agencies that the FICO score is way off?
I guess your question is if once you go to certain different company, and I could use Delta Community Credit Union because I just had my daughter to go there. She's age 19 with a 700 credit score.
Oh.
And yeah, so we just went through the notion, but I did notice that they only pull for one credit reporting agency, which was Experian.
Now
Which
I
she
know.
actually just happened to have the highest score in, so it was easy for her to purchase a vehicle.
You notice
at
we
first.
just said a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Kayla. Shout out to Kayla. But she has a 700 credit score. There are people that are our age and older that
Now
don't.
that I'm talking about the FICO score,
Mhm.
the interest rate.
The
I know
interest rate,
The
okay.
interest rate. They'll get you, but it's all depending on the interest rate, right?
Yes,
Correct?
yes, correct. And here's the secret about the interest rate. In our community, we're taught as long as we can purchase something that
Mhm.
we are credit worthy when we're not. So
Exactly.
what the company does, or the creditor who's you're applying for credit, what they actually do is charge your interest rate, and that interest rate is actually the amount they're charging you to borrow their money. So you see people, they ride and they styling, that person may be paying 20% interest rate because of that credit score. But someone like myself, Vache, we go out and we get the same vehicle, we may be paying half, $500 car note versus them paying $1,000 just because we got a cheaper interest rate.
Exactly.
So what's a good interest rate to work with? Like is what, like below 10 in the teens? I don't know.
No, I say in my house, I say we all needs to be between 2% and 5%.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
Yeah,
are
these
two
are things
parts.
I need to ask.
If it's over 5, it's time to look at your credit
Yes,
report.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 and 5%.
Now, that's all depends on the, what is it, well, I keep on forgetting what they call that,
FICO score?
Are you talking about your debt to income ratio?
yeah, that.
Well, actually, there are quite a few different factors that go into your credit score. It's not just about your debt to income ratio.
Okay.
So really what's determining your interest rate is the whole picture of your credit score.
Okay.
And of course, you want all 3 bureaus, agencies,
Agencies.
to be, to
Agencies.
have high scores.
Agencies, not bureaus.
Yes.
Yeah, they call themselves bureaus so that they sound like they're important, so that people are scared. But they're really just companies. So,
All right. So they look at overall, not only at your income, your credit score, not only the amount of time that you have.
yes, the length of your credit.
The length of your credit,
Yes.
but like you were saying before, don't close out your credit cards if you have it that long. That's something that most people do, but you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this, the FICO score consists of 35% is payment history, 30% is the utilization of the credit. If you maxed out your credit card, 15% is for the length, 10% is for inquiries of new credit, and then the other 10% is for the type of credit. So that's what actually makes up your FICO score.
Even inquiries. is
Yes.
good.
Inquiries.
Yes.
So if you I get inquiries for like say Bank of America and you don't go with them, they're still considered.
Yes, that's still on your credit profile.
What?
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing, not even going with them. Like that's what those letters pre-approved, and you go try and then.
That's an inquiry.
That's the thing, you don't want to apply for everything.
No.
Like, you don't wanna be that person that's like standing at JCPenney and you're about to buy a shirt that was 25% off on sale, and they're like, oh, save an extra 20% if you get this card.
No.
Nah, bruh.
All right, here's another question I have.
Okay.
It's yeah, department cards store cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like good one is like Home Depot card.
Yeah.
As a department store card. It's not like I know it has the logo of a Visa or MasterCard. No, not really.
It's in a revolving account.
It's a revolving account.
Mhm.
And what's more important, the one with the Visa MasterCard logo versus the department store? They still consider those major cards?
Actually, yes, because even though it doesn't have the Visa or MasterCard logo, it still is a credit card. They gave you a line of credit to use, even though you're just gonna use it in their store.
Their store.
And they actually report the same
Okay.
to the credit agency.
Okay.
Okay?
That was like one of my questions and concerns. Like, all right, department card stores is like, all right, is it more important than having a
Balance.
Well,
Balance is
I know you-
bigger.
Yes.
You want revolving accounts. You also
Mhm.
want credit cards.
Yes.
You want loans. You want.
Let's hold that thought, because we're about to go into commercial and it's getting very interesting. We'll be right back with Latino Here International,
Guys, give me some love.
with El Pacheco, with Tammy, and Vache. Very interesting. We'll be right back. We back with El Pacheco with Latino Here International on Fox Track Radio. And for those that are tuning in and checking us out, if you have any questions at 770-703-5494. And I had a good question during the commercial break. Is there a certain limit of having credit cards? Like, can you have 10, 15, 20 cards? And I know you just said,
No, there's no certain limit. The thing is your utilization of your credit. If you can actually balance out, it's called balance. You need to balance them. As long as you keep them below the minimum when it's time to report during the cycle, then you're good to go. And that's actually help boost your credit score.
but not only that, are you willing to make sure you maintain them, manage them, and all of that, budget them, budget
Yes.
yourself, making sure that you can make those payments.
Yes, you have to make sure you can.
Yeah,
make the payments,
exactly.
yes.
That's the key right there. You can have all these cards, but are you willing to manage them and budget yourself well?
Yes, you have to be, but you have to stay on the budget actually and keep
Exactly.
up with the cycle date and not the due date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's good to make the minimum payments, but sometimes if you can make a double payment or more, it helps out.
Well, I recommend you always make more of a payment.
Exactly,
than the
yeah.
minimum payment.
Because it will take longer to pay off that card.
You're gonna pay a lot more.
Pay off, not
Yes.
close it. People do not close your cards. If you have a card that is 8, 10 years old, don't close it, because that's the card that got you there to have that good credit.
Not only do they have the credit card for 7 or 8 years, they need to use it.
Exactly.
Because not using the card, not utilizing your credit, drops your credit score as well.
Even though it's paid off.
And the company can close you out.
And that close you out.
Yeah, for inactivity.
Mm.
So the whole thing is, even if you had a credit card that you only put your gym membership on, or you only paid for gas, at least you had activity on it, you kept it less than 30% of the credit limit, and you would still be building positive payment history. A note on, you were saying you could have 20, 30 credit cards. Are you really gonna remember to pay 20, 30 bills? Nah,
Let
friend.
me tell you something. The way I do my budgeting, I every week before payday or whenever, I write down what's due, and I make sure that if it's supposed it's Wednesday and I know I get paid Friday, let me make sure I make that payment the week before.
Right.
Yeah, but see, the other thing about it, we talked about having all these different cards.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, you can call these credit cards and request an increase. Instead of getting inquiries to get all these different cards, you could literally have the same amount of money available on 5 cards that somebody else might have had on 20.
Yes.
Like,
Mhm.
so instead of 20 bills, you have 5 bills now.
Yeah.
So you kind of, once you're applying for too much, when you have all these different inquiries, the more inquiries you have, the more desperate for credit you look.
Yes.
So your credit score is going to go down as you're getting all those inquiries. So you're better off calling up your existing company every 6 months to a year and say, hey, I'd like a credit increase. All they're gonna ask you is your current income. They're gonna do a soft check on your credit, and then they're gonna decide what they're gonna do for you.
It's funny because some of my cards, they give me the increase without me calling them.
'Cause you
Some of
pay
them
on
do
time.
it
They do that.
automatically,
They do
yeah.
that.
Oh,
But let me
okay.
say by inquiries, you know how sometimes we go down to a dealership, and while you're sitting there, they're putting your credit 20, 25 times while you're sitting there.
While I'm sitting there.
Because they're shopping to see if they'll be able to get you financed And that's when you know your interest rate is bad, when you've been sitting there
Yeah.
for a long period of time. They're shopping.
I learned that from like a couple of years when I got the Matrix. I was sitting there for like 5-6 hours just like, and they were shopping around.
Yeah, they
got
were
me.
shopping. They was really shopping, and that's sad because we're thinking they're just looking, you know, to see what deal they actually are, but they're actually getting paid more because you actually end up paying more, or you know, a higher interest rate.
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Wow.
Mhm.
Now I know. You sitting there in that dealership for a couple hours, people.
Yes.
Your interest rate, that's what it is. Just key.
Either that or your credit sucks and they're like begging banks to take you.
Yeah, exactly. They're finding somebody.
Please, we need to sell this car.
We need to sell this car, regardless of the interest rate. That's what it is.
That's
We'll
what
get
it
her to
is.
pay $5,000 down on a $10,000 car. And you know the other crazy thing, we talked about financial education being lacking in our communities as
Yes.
minorities. Have you ever seen a buy here, pay here in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood?
No.
Crickets. It doesn't happen. Like, they're capitalizing on the fact that we don't know better. So they put up these signs that say, buy here, pay here, any credit accepted.
Yes.
They even got commercials where people are jumping on top of a car, 50 people holler.
Wow, yeah.
All they're
That's
saying
true.
is that 95% of Americans have less than perfect credit. 95% of people can't go wherever they feel like it and pick the car with the orange rims and ride away.
That's right.
Like, so your goal should be to be a part of that 5%.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
People, all my supporters and people that tuning in, man, great segment with these two ladies right here with a lot of info. We're coming to the end of the show. I want y'all to give
Aw.
the audience your social media, how you can be contacted. And people, believe me, if y'all were tuning in and you got some good insight, I got the good insight because I need it. Pretty soon I'll be riding off, I'm not saying a Mercedes, but.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I paid the same
I'm
amount for my Mercedes that I paid for a Hyundai.
Okay.
I'm looking at my dream car, but I'm not gonna say yet. So when I make that, believe me, you'll see a video recap of that.
Okay.
There'll be haters out there. But yeah, just give your social medias, how you can be contacted and all.
Now, for more information, you can find me at www.boostyourscorenow.com or, well, actually, I like giving out my phone number. If people know your phone number, they can send you referrals.
Yes.
My phone number is 678-860-1982. No, I was not born in 1982. I'm old enough for that.
Okay.
But 678-860-1982. You can also follow me on Facebook. I'm listed as Varshay Fountain is my name. But, and Instagram, Ms. V the Boss. Just saying.
Yeah, the boss of driving Mercedes, yes. He's the boss. I'm about to go, after the show, I'll test drive the car in the
Just
backyard. Orange rim. Woo.
Yeah.
I'm Tammy Arnold. You can find me at Trinity Tax Services, where I've been located for 14 years. The number is 770-251-7045, or you can find me on Facebook, social media. You can also contact me at 678-857-8864 or www.elitecredit101.com.
And the other thing, write that down, you catch it. You'll catch me on my page. I'll be broadcasting it, the video recap of today's show, like I always do. And you can also check my page, Latino Hoodie page, El Pacheco page, Robert Delgado page, the group page.
Got a whole bunch of pages out.
Oh yeah, I get it out there. Believe me, I'll make it work. I bring the heat. Latino Heat International with El Pacheco. We'll be right back. We're going to commercial to close it out. Ooh, ooh. El Pacheco back with Latino Heat International. You know how we do, bringing the heat. Of course, week by week it gets better and better. And of course, let me close it out with a bendición. That's a blessing to all my supporters out there, those accepting my friend request, and it's getting, I'm close, well not even close, I'm at 2,000 friends already and beyond. I think 2,100, and it's gonna reach 3,000 by the end of the year. But for those supporting me, much love, of course. I'll shout all those that supported me, one love, and you know how we do. Ooh, ooh! Latino Heat International on Foxtrot Radio. Tune in next week. And tune in, we got great news by Monday or Wednesday throughout the week. Tune in. One love.
Yeah, once again, Big Mondo on the track. Llegó Pacheco. Fox Trap Radio. Latin Heat. International. Yeah, yeah. Woo. El Pacheco. Yeah. Latin Heat International. FoxTrapRadio.com. Tune in. Saturdays 5 to 7. Yep.